How not to date jerks. Today I'm going to spare you some time in therapy. For those who have never been there, guys, you better start. Today I'm going to tell you why. Recently I left my ex-boyfriend and I started dating. Actually more chatting, because I went back to dating apps. And in those dating apps, I'm meeting people who are claiming, like my ex did, that they believe they have emotional intelligence. And when I ask them, as a clinical psychologist, as a sexologist, and a psychosomatic specialist, I'm asking them, have you ever been to therapy? They say, no, but we believe we have emotional intelligence. So let me clarify what emotional intelligence actually means and how a communication out of emotional intelligence should sound like. So how a non-emotional intelligent communication looks like. We end up in a relationship and we just start projecting. You don't do things right. You are not good to me. You are the problem. You are the problem, okay? You are the problem. It's you. It's not me. It's you. You are the problem. It's you behaving as how I don't want you to behave. It's you, okay? This is a non-emotional intelligent relationship. And of course, these couples should go to mediation and they should also visit a separate psychologist. What happens in an emotional intelligent relationship? In an emotional intelligent relationship, people have feelings and they understand what kind of feelings they feel. An emotional intelligent communication may sound like, I want to share something with you. Are you open to listen? You get the approval, yes. And you say, you know what, this thing that I'm experiencing now with you, like I think I'm feeling like invalidated, or I'm feeling non-important, like this thing that happened yesterday, what you did made me feel this and that, like not loved, not seen, not heard. Or vice versa, like you did an amazing thing yesterday and I want to share how grateful I am to you. I'm really grateful. I felt loved, I felt cherished, I felt nurtured, I felt cared about, I felt honored and respected, I felt valued, you know. This is one part. This is about how people make us feel. Also, very basic emotions like, you know, when you do this, I feel scared. I feel very much afraid of what you're doing. Or I feel angry because I'm scared. Or I feel frustrated. This situation gives me frustration. Or this situation gives me disappointment. Or this situation gives me actually very much bravery, you know, to talk to you, to discuss that, you know. And yeah, so we basically share feelings toward each other, right? So I, as you already understand, I only use I and me sentences in this communication. I say you did something, but I say these are my feelings. I acknowledge the fact that these feelings are completely mine, right? But I understand that we are influencing each other, let's say in a relationship. So I'm eager to talk to you, I'm eager to communicate, and I'm eager to solve this problem, solve this miscommunication, right? Or misunderstanding. So an emotional intelligent person will be able to listen, to acknowledge, and to give the feedback on what he or she heard. And this feedback will never be judgmental, or will never be like an analysis of what person or the person just said, because no one is a therapist in a couple. A therapist should be outside of a couple, right? Again, if you were reading a lot of internet psychology, that didn't make you a therapist. Let's make things clear. Emotional intelligent person will be able to acknowledge, validate the feelings, and also will be able to share something in return, and also give a little bit of reassurance if the things are not good, and will be able to give these specific phrases which will give the other person feel safe, heard, seen, understood, cared about. Another thing, in emotional intelligent communication, you never say you feel that, or I'm sorry you feel that way. In an emotionally intelligent relationship, you never use you sentences like you do this and you feel this. You use I sentences only, which means I feel, I do, I appreciate, whatever. My feelings, my truth, my viewpoint, my perspective, it's all about me, I. So I bring to the relationship myself, my viewpoints and things. You bring yourself, and we create something in between, which we normally call a relationship. And a little tip for those who have never been to therapy but are eager to start. Once you end up in a relationship and once you go to therapy, it's not about being 100% understood, because it will be really strange to be able to understand a person 100%. It's another world, it's another psyche, it's another human being. You only have to understand not the person's perspective, but how you feel next to that person, or how that perspective makes you feel. But the tricky part is that all of those emotions and feelings can be discussed forever until you finally realize what the relationships are about and why people get so emotional in a relationship. Comment and share if you like this podcast, and if you want me to share the real thing why people actually end up in a relationship.